If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Oh boy, there's a lot to dive into today. Finally, thank you, universe. This has finally moved. Holders, are you ready yet? We've been waiting for too long, but finally, Quant has pumped. And not only has it pumped, it's pushed through the golden pocket, creating the reversal wave, which gives more validity to what we have been saying for over a month. We're on our way to $130 and even beyond. Of course, there are some targets before that point, but $130 for me is a key level of resistance. Maybe that specific fib isn't showing it, but the reason being, I remember calling out a load of patterns throughout the year, one being this double bottom back in the beginning of the year, end of last year, this head and shoulders pattern down to 106 from February time. And so the neckline of both of those patterns is $130. So that's why for me personally, it's going to be a key level of resistance in the future. And maybe through the analysis that we do today, we can get some further confluences to prove our point. Now, make sure you stay tuned because again, there's a lot to dive into today and we finally just got kick-started. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment and share so we can hit 7.5k before the end of this year. And if you do want to get educated by me, wait until the end of this video for more information on it, or click the links underneath, head over to the link tree or the Twitter, whatever it is. So what is going on right here, right now for Quant? I'm now going to head over to my Twitter. Make sure you're following me there anyway. I would use the link underneath, but it is Louis_crypto with the blue tick. One of the posts from the 5th of December was Quant key level reclaimed, now hold and pump to $105. So a few days ago, we made an update where we had a dip down beneath after breaking out of this double bottom and meeting its target. We dipped back underneath the neckline of the pattern. Now the target was already met, so that's not a worry. But if you were to lose a level that had been flipped from resistance into support to give you a pump, if you want to continue pumping, then when you fall back to it as support, you have to hold it. Now, I'm going to zoom in over here because I need to explain it all, the reasoning why I was expecting upside. So we created this large red candle, very bearish, rejecting the golden pocket, very bearish candle, potentially looking for new lows. However, in that same candle, we created a wick and closed above the moving averages, suggesting that this is support. This candle has a lot of meaning in it because it had lost the range low. That was your lowest point out of this range until we created this candle. And during that 4-hour period, we were underneath this wick, which is the lowest point of support of this range. And by closing underneath this wick, we're going to see continuation lower. As we closed above it, we're not getting that continuation lower. And then you formed a new level of support, even lower, because we need the wicks to be broken for follow through. So again, we needed a body candle close with this one beneath that point and we would have got continuation. But as you create a wick even lower now, we need a body candle close beneath that one. And then the direct next candle was quite scary. We did actually lose all of the moving averages as support. So you'd assume we're now in a downtrend, but for the reasons that I just explained, you need to go ahead and lose the wicks with the body. And as you can see, I know I'm not on the TradingView chart. I don't have the dotted line, but this close is actually above that point, but we don't have to worry about that because we know clearance of this area would be the loss of this wick, and we never lost it. And because of that reason, that's why we reclaimed, because we're not seeing downtrend continuation, which would be a loss of the lowest point, that wick that we now created. And so that's why we reversed, reclaimed the EMAs and confirmed it as support. So it's for that specific reason that I've just run through, for why we anticipated that from this point of support on the 200 EMA, we were anticipating at least 105, because that's the next level of resistance signaled by the golden pocket, the 618 and the 65, as well as the neckline of this double bottom pattern. And as you can see, incredible. We were going crazy on the Twitter earlier today. There were a whole bunch of Quant posts. He's done it again. Quant is about to break out because of that key level down there was confirmed. And you see that absolutely incredible breakout. Now, if we go back to the current Quant chart, I know we just saw it, but on actual TradingView, what I would say is that now that we've confirmed the reversal wave over here by breaking through and using this as support, we've not only validated the pattern, look, we came very close to the pattern's target. However, what I must explain to you guys is that we can still meet this target, don't get me wrong, but the reason why we haven't met it is because the 1 fib level is your top of the range that we're within. So it could be that we're falling back to key levels of support. All I would say is we want the 20 moving average now to be confirmed. We see the 55 as well on the 0.5. So now that this has been reclaimed, this 103 to 105 area, and we've created the reverse wave, we need to maintain it. So maintain above where we were getting rejections from, and now hold the 103 to 105 area as support. I'm going to mark it out just like this. So, you know, going forward, we cannot lose this. Otherwise, it's not exciting anymore. We have to, you know where I'm going to get at. So we need to hold above this for bullish continuation. And eventually we will meet this target and surpass that and get to $130. Now, I'm going to show you why I've been talking about $130 constantly, even though, as you can see, the target out of these, this Fibonacci here, there's no specific fib on the 130 level. I'm going to explain that in a second. We can see that, in fact, we've got targets beyond that point. So by continuously holding above the 0.5 fib at 103, eventually we will see $145. However, if I now scale to the daily time frame for you guys, this is where it gets interesting. As since $83 we've reversed, by meeting a target out of a previous head and shoulders over here. I think it was something like this. Please forgive me because I haven't done it in a very long time. But essentially, I believe that this was the technical target. No, that's the more conservative one. Let me use the aggressive one right over there. Put it on the breakdown. And that was the reasoning for $83, $84, $85 technical target to the downside out of this head and shoulders. And I remember back then, everyone was saying that's not a head and shoulders. It came to fruition. Once the target's met, you reverse. So that's why we had a little double bottom here a few days ago, and we reversed from the 103, held that key level of support on the 200 EMA and had that burst through today/yesterday. So now let's show you why this $130 for me is a key level. So I've already explained that it's the double bottom and head and shoulders neckline, but as you can see right now, this is also acting as the golden pocket 0.65 Fibonacci over here. So that's why it's an important resistance going forward, because it's at this point we create the reversal wave. Let's zoom in on the 4 hour to where we just were. What happens when we create the reversal wave, when we break through this golden pocket? We head to the 1 fib level, and then we've validated these targets to the upside all the way up to the 2 fibs. So if I now actually go back to the daily time frame and we look at what this is suggesting, if we actually break through $130, not only are we going to meet these targets at 145, we're going to validate much higher price targets. Make sure you've liked the video if you want to find out, and I'm only joking, but make sure you do like the video, subscribe, comment and share. It really does help support the channel and make it grow quicker. So let's hit 7.5k before the end of this year. And what we're essentially going to be viewing as our next set of targets is $200 to $250, taking us back up to a previous head and shoulders pattern, which was the pattern that I called the bear market from. A lot of people were trolling me at 150. You've started to notice, if you've been here long enough, that every time I get trolled, I'm right and they're wrong. Just stick around long enough if you don't believe it. So this was a head and shoulder. I was saying once you lose 150, game over. We're going to $70. When we got down to 70, then we're doing it every $10. 60s next, 50s next, 40s next, 30s next, just like that. And then when $50 was reclaimed, wow, that was the ultimate buy signal, which I gave totally free here on the channel and told you guys to get out. Well, this is where I got out, and I made a video explaining why, because we're retesting the previous head and shoulders neckline, the pattern that validated the bear market now as resistance. So that's why we entered at 50 and got out at 222, around the 220 mark, or maybe slightly underneath that point. But that was the specific reasoning. We corrected, we found the bearish patterns, we met the bearish patterns targets. Once you met that bearish head and shoulders patterns target, we reversed and we reclaimed that key level, $94, which was super important because the entire whole year we were holding it as support. And I was essentially saying that I'm going to be using that as a DCA level. And if we ever do go underneath, wow, incredible, going to further DCA, because any price underneath $100 for myself was considered a great long-term buy, as our previous top was 400 and we're expecting that to be broken. So if we can get it at 100, wow, incredible. We can do a few X's until our all-time high. But if we can get it below 100, we're going to be doing even better moves essentially. So That was lost. We started the DCA, we met the head and shoulders patterns target, and we reclaimed that level. And in this mess that we've stuck around in the past month or so, we've just essentially flipped that area in support. We never lost the wicks that I kept on suggesting. That was all held. The moving averages were held. And now we're looking for this breakout to the upside. Even when we first initially entered this area, I was calling for 130, but it's been since October time that I've called for that. Since I've called for it, and we've just been going sideways completely since. But it's nice to now see that we are breaking out, we're creating the reversal wave, we're validating these targets to the upside. And now as we zoom out, as we have validated targets to the upside, I need to zoom out, look at where we are retracing to. We're retracing to $160, and to get up there we need to break the Fibonacci golden pocket, which would be along the way of the smaller sets of fibs. And so by pushing through this golden pocket, we're creating a reversal wave, which opens up the possibility of breaking up and meeting this $200 to $245 technical target, which at that point we might revisit this neckline once again. So you can see that if I keep extending this, we do also have technical targets at $400. I'm not going to sit here today and put $400 target in the title. Today's title is Quant holders, get ready. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. $130 is the next technical target and the key level that must be broken in order to get to an eventual $400 technical target, our previous all-time high. But please keep in mind this head and shoulders neckline that we've once got a rejection from, where I signaled a buy from $50 and exit over here. Entry down over here, entries down over here, looking for an eventual retracement all the way back up to our previous all-time high and eventually higher. It does look like this could be the double bottom I was talking about previously. Let's see as the days and weeks and months go by. It's important right now, if you want to head back earlier in the video, to hold that key level, which was $103. And if you want to get educated, I'm going to play a little clip right now, but take action through the links down underneath this video. I've got a whole bunch of educational content, and over here on the website, you can see loads of other people taking action recently. If you want to get educated, simply scroll underneath the video, click take action or Linktree, and click the option that you want to read more about, or private message me on Twitter. Let's start off with the ebook. This is where you can take action on my ebook, teaches the exact strategy. Head over to the membership level if you want to become a Discord channel member, where you have access to 2 weekly group mentorship calls. Or if you want to take action on my 6-hour long pre-recorded course, there's an offer here, and you do get Discord chat for 2 months totally free. Here is my beginner one-to-one mentorship plan, which includes 3 hours of my one-to-one help, the course, and 2 months free in the chat. And there are some other plans here for 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. Use the links down below to private message me on Twitter, or head straight to the website using one of these links to take action. Cheers.